All right. Welcome back to the Unqualified podcast. I'm Michael. This is my co-star Charles. And today is a whole heap of things, I guess you could say. It's going to be a lot of random shit that we have zero qualifications to talk about. We are going, don't copyright us, but we're going to talk about Mythbusters and kind of some of the shit that they did. Rocks
We're gonna
and
talk about
boats.
myths. How about that? We'll talk about boats, and we'll talk about some fucking
Rocks.
What else? Were we talking about? Rocks, geology. Like
Geology.
I have been known as geologists once upon a time. We
Yes.
also may have a guest star today. His name is the Max Austin, and he might join us in a few minutes or so. He said, he's doing some bullshit right now, so
Formula
we'll get
One
him on. And
race.
we'll make him talk about some shit he's unqualified about, and fantastic. It'll be fantastic.
He's
So,
Oh.
Michael,
Mm-hmm.
let's speak about some fucking rocks. I remember, what was it, our sophomore year of college?
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
took geology at CMU, and I must say, one of the most boring classes I've ever taken.
Yeah, I'll never forget the time we're sitting. Okay, lab was kind of fun. I kind of enjoyed lab, but
Yeah.
lecture, dude, I'll never forget the time. It was what 9:30 a.m. every like Tuesday, Thursday, or whatever.
Something like that.
We would go get some breakfast before. We would go to class, and I remember I did not get coffee that day, and I fell asleep in class. And you woke my ass up, and you're like, "Drink the rest of my coffee, man." I was so tired.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, God, fucking geology. I did also enjoy lab. The lecture, man. Any geologists out there? I applaud you for being a geologist. I think rocks are interesting. I love to jump on them, and see them and touch them, but
Yeah, touched
explaining
it.
why they formed is not my forte.
Well,
So
it was
that's up
like
to you.
that one field trip we took to the monument,
Yeah.
and yeah, the monument, and we're like literally walking around in like a straight line on this path, like the whole class, and we took like a legit school bus. I mean, like, we're adults and we're in like a yellow school bus, and she would like stop and pick up a random rock and be like, "This is how this rock formed. This is what
Mhm.
this rock is called." And we're like
Yeah.
just walking. Like,
I
this
know.
is
It's a hike. We just did a hike.
yeah, that's it. And then like every 10 minutes she would literally just stop and pick up a random rock and be like, "Look at this rock."
Yeah, I remember her pointing into like the bigger rocks, and she's like, "You see those striations up there? 'Cause there's like the different colored rocks, you know." I love that. I know striations. I know geology.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Okay, give me the different types of rocks. Let's hear it.
Ooh, okay. Sedimentary,
Yep.
metamorphic.
There's one more.
Give me the first letter. What's the first letter?
I.
Igneous.
Nice, nice,
Nice.
nice, nice.
Fire.
So I mean, we're not really qualified, but like we did take one class that was 4 months long. So we know some shit.
I'm not qualified to talk. I don't know anything about fucking geology, bro. It's okay. Tell me how is a sedimentary rock formed?
No idea, but we'll get back to that. I have to before I forget this. Remember that test that we did in lab, like to test because we got that blank sheet for one of our tests in lab, and she gave us 20 different rocks, and she'd be like, "Rock number one, what is this
Yeah.
rock? What it like? Where'd it come from?" And like the
Yeah.
name and shit. I'll never forget mica. If you take like acid and like put it on mica, it would bubble. But if it was or quartz, but then if you put it on mica or quartz, it wouldn't bubble. So that's how you like tell the difference between. I can't remember exactly which one bubble or not, but that I just remember that. Anyways, I don't know
What is
how
that?
shit is formed.
Does that have to do with like hardness of the rock? Because I remember doing the hardness test, but what does the acid test do?
It's like the chemical balance in the rock or something like that.
Like, what do you find out from doing the acid test?
The yeah, you got me. I don't know. I
I
have
didn't
no.
mean to get you. I was just curious because I do remember doing that, but I can't remember why we did that.
I think it's literally to test the different chemical balances in each rock because each rock has a different chemical balance.
But like, yeah, I get that. Okay,
That's
yeah.
literally I think that is the only reason, and to tell the difference between quartz and mica, because one bubbles and one doesn't.
That could be, yeah, that could be true. To tell the difference between those two rocks, yeah, because of the chemical. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay,
I
I hear
mean,
you.
I think I could be 1,000% off.
Whatever. Whatever.
It is the
Um,
unqualified podcast.
this is the unqualified podcast. So I have a theory. So we got sedimentary, igneous, and metamorphic.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know shit about igneous rock, but I have theories about sedimentary and metamorphic rock.
Mm-hmm.
So sedimentary is the way it's formed is there's all this loose sediment in the Earth's crust, right? And when it's superheated and compressed, all that sediment is pushed together to form a rock. Metamorphic rock comes from volcanoes, basically. It's comes from magma. Yeah?
Are you positive?
No, no.
No.
I am 14%. I'm pretty confident about that, but do I know if that's correct? Absolutely not.
So the volcanic rock, like the black ones with like the holes in
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
What kind of rock is that?
yeah. Metamorphic. Or is it igneous?
Igneous. That's funny. Igneous.
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 Wait, do igneous rocks have the holes in them?
You know
Is
what?
that? Yeah, we've got the power of the internet at our fingertips.
Jamie, pull it up.
Jamie, Michael, pull it
What am I looking at?
up. What is igneous rock?
Oh yeah. What is it? Oh,
I hope Max just pops in and we're just going off about igneous rock.
what is? Can you just like? I don't want Wikipedia.
Yes, you do. Wikipedia is the most um, safe, secure, specific, best source you can have.
Okay, igneous rocks from the Latin word fire.
Oh,
Form when
oh,
hot. Molten rock crystallizes and solidifies. The melt originates deep within the earth near active plate boundaries or hotspots and then rises towards the surface. So it's mostly volcanic rock.
oh! So it is the volcanic rock. So then, what the fuck is metamorphic? Does it metamorphize? Yeah.
Metamorphize? Oh, I, I spelled it wrong. It says, what is meth? Rock.
God, that's fucking hilarious. What is meth?
Well,
Where should I?
this computer is linked to my work laptop. Don't know how that happened. And so like everything I search here is my search history on my work laptop. So like if I clicked what is meth and I like pulled it up, it'd pull up on my work laptop.
That would be so funny.
So metamorphic rocks started out as some other type of rock, but have been sustainably changed from their original igneous, sedimentary, or earlier metamorphic form. The metamorphic rock forms when rocks are subject to high heat, high pressure, hot mineral rich fluids, or more commonly, some combination of these factors.
Okay, so what's sedimentary?
Oh, goodness. Sedimentary rocks. Remember,
Sedimentary.
I can't read, I've just memorized words. Anyways, sedimentary rocks are formed from deposits of pre-existing rocks or pieces of once living organisms that accumulate on the Earth's surface. If its sediment is buried deeply, it becomes compacted, cemented, forming a sedimentary rock. Yes.
I was totally right about that.
Yes, you were correct. So like like
And
sandstone, that's sedimentary rock.
yeah, and that from that is what I hear from that is that fossils can only be found in sedimentary rock because it's coming from the living organisms.
Is that a factual statement?
Nope. This is the unqualified podcast. Nothing is factual here.
Nothing is fact. Unless we Google it, then it's
And
factual.
honestly, even then, I'm still skeptical.
I don't even know how to Google that.
Can fossils only be can fossils only be found in sedimentary rock?
Fossils only be
Look, I'm
found
tilting right now. Oh
in
God.
sedimentary rocks. So,
Hello.
reason for sedimentary rocks to be the only rock type that contain fossils. The dead plants and animals where they are buried by more sediment results in the accumulation of minerals from water and bones, which leads to the formation of fossils. This makes sedimentary rocks the only rock type to contain fossils.
Hmm. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
So, let's backtrack a little bit to geology class. So, Dr. Aslan, Professor
Dr.
Aslan,
Aslan, that's right.
whatever the fuck
Saint
his name
Aslan.
is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh,
Andres Aslan.
yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out. If you see this, man, your class was boring shit.
But no offense, that's just rocks,
it was very factual, and you did, like, I'll get into that in a second, but I'll never forget, bro, because, like, we were all from Denver, right, and we would drive to Grand Junction. On the way to Denver, there was this city called Dotsero. And every time he would bring up a rock of formation of some sort, he'd be like, guys, in Dotsero, you can see this. And every time we drove past the sign to get off to Dotsero, we're like, bro, we should go. Aslan is, like, from there.
He's there, dude. He's there. He's chilling.
Yeah.
He really did.
He's so funny, man.
Okay, so we've got igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary rock.
Yeah.
How the fuck do plate tectonics work?
Okay, I got you. Kind
There's
of.
3 different kinds of plates. Talk to me. I think.
I have zero clue, but here's how I think they work. So, I think that there's like the 3 different plate types. Once again, this is purely speculation. I think the first plate type that creates an earthquake goes like this, and like bang, 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 right? The second one is creates when the plates hit, they go up. That creates formations because Hawaii is growing another island at the moment. I mean, it's going to be millions of years before it's above land and you can live there. But so like the plates hit and it goes like this and creates the earthquake and then it forms, right? The other one, I think that hits goes like inside the water and then creates a crater. So like when an earthquake happens and like the shit splits in half, I think that's what happens.
Okay, from what I can remember, you're kind of right, but you just said the same thing happens every time.
Yeah, yeah. So
It just depends on where it goes.
yeah, 1,000%.
I don't think that's right. I think that so when earthquakes happen, the plates are like this, they're on top of each other, and they actually go back and forth or they just vibrate on top of each other to make that earthquake happen. And then you're right, when a mountain forms when these hit and then they go up, and then the other one is where they separate. They don't
Ah,
go down, they just separate. And so there's 3 different kinds. It's on top of, hit, go up, or they separate.
oh, that's pretty cool. Do you know like the continents, right? When they're like grow, because there he
What the fuck
is.
is up?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm here.
Welcome to the
Yeah, you're
jungle.
on the
What's
podcast.
up?
Am I good? Am I good?
You're good.
Yeah,
You're
chilling. We were
chilling.
just talking about rocks, dude.
I'm
So,
about rocks. Tell me about rocks.
But you're talking about we were just talking about plates. So there are 3 different kinds of plates, like plate tectonics. So you have
Oh, okay,
plates
okay.
that are like this, and that like to make an earthquake, they like go
Huh.
back and forth, or they can hit together to form a mountain, or they separate.
Oh, they go backwards. What happens
Yeah.
if they go like? Can they go
That's
down
what
together?
but I don't think they can. I think it's like they go up. Oh, or they separate. I think that's the 3 different kinds.
I mean, you guys took geology. I did not. Yeah, this is not my area of expertise.
We were referencing that a lot, but we don't remember very
No.
much.
no, we don't
I
remember.
mean, that
shit.
was what 6 years ago.
About yeah, sophomore year.
Is
It's
that-
got to be at least 6
Long
years ago.
time.
Oh,
Long-
sophomore. Yeah, that's like 5. Right.
I've been 2
Something
years
like
out of college so far. Almost 2 years.
So, and-
August will be 2 years.
And you graduated in 4 years, right?
Yep.
So yeah, that's 5 years ago when we were sophomores in college. That's 5 years ago when COVID hit.
Oh, that's right.
That's
No.
crazy.
No, because I guess COVID hit second semester sophomore year. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Oh, so like full of 4.5 years, but still, like that's a long time ago.
Fucking crazy.
That's wild, dude.
CD,
I don't remember shit about that. Geology was so long ago. Did you what? You didn't take any geology? No, you didn't. What lab did you take?
Fuck. I took. Oh, am I allowed to cuss on the podcast?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, you're
Oh,
good.
okay,
You're good.
okay,
You're
okay.
good.
I don't know the rules here. I'm new.
Just
Yeah.
the only rules are no bashing work. We're trying to
No
steer away from politics, and yeah.
So I can't say that I don't like my job.
I mean,
You
you
could say that.
can just don't get specific like people things.
Nah,
like,
Oh.
fuck that. If
Yeah.
Mike wants to lose his job, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if Rashad watches the podcast.
Well,
I think I'll be
he can see it. This is,
You
we got
can-
9
you can
views on the
look it
last
up.
video. That's all I'm saying.
Damn, dude.
I know, popping
That's
off.
awesome. You guys are giving Joe Rogan a run for his money.
I
aren't
know
you?
we're
For real.
basically famous. I think. Yeah, I got recognized
That's pretty cool. And what?
in the street. Yeah, someone was like, "Yo, are you Charles from the podcast?" I was like, "No."
Well,
kidding,
actually,
goddamn.
funny story. I was
Mike
just
did get recognized.
yeah, I got recognized, dude. Like we were at this fishing trip in Houston with my dad, my old neighbor from Colorado. We haven't seen each other in a couple years, and I saw him for the fishing trip, and I was like, "Yeah, we haven't talked in a while." And he goes, "Yeah, all I see you nowadays is just like on your podcast that I watch." And I was like, "No shit."
That's awesome,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
You guys are making it big.
I know.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I took Death and Dying. That
Oh,
was
That's
the
right,
class I
yeah.
took, yeah.
Or was that your
Yeah, I don't think it was my lab, but it was one of the weirder classes I took.
Yeah,
too.
I remember because I took when I did. Whoa, what did I do for mine? It was like I had public speaking in it or speech. It was
Well,
speech.
we all had speech, but then you had
Yeah,
your
we all had to
milestone.
take speech.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, your
I
milestone
remember-
coordinated with.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
speech.
Milestone. That's what it was. I took it was about Taos, New Mexico.
Oh, that's
it was like
That was
all
a
on.
good class actually. I remember. I loved Taos.
Oh, that's funny.
I can't remember what it was called.
I took politics and children's literature.
Oh yeah.
So like,
I mean, it's interesting-ish. Sounds interesting.
I mean, my final, I had to read Horton Hears a Who and analyze it politically from both sides.
Sounds nice.
It's
Yeah.
weird, like that era of school, like the milestone and the speech class was like peak. I just did not want to do that. Death and Dying and speak. I don't know. I wanted to learn about exercise, right? Like I didn't want to learn how to publicly speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, like especially with your job as a therapist for people that are working out.
Therapist?
I can't
Trainer,
remember.
therapist.
Trainer. That's
half
the
of
word.
it, yeah.
You're a trainer. You kind of. I mean, you have to talk to people all the time. And I don't know if you do group sessions or not, but it can come in handy. I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little different because whenever I talk to people, it's about, their day. It is more of a therapist role, like, oh, how was your day? How did this go? How did that go? Rather than me trying to like, what was the speech we had to do? We had to compare ourselves to a fruit. So
I remember
it's a little different than me standing up in front of 20 kids I don't know, comparing myself to a squash or something. No, you were a squash, weren't you?
No, mine was a mango.
Oh,
Yeah.
we had to compare ourselves to a fictional character.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was Kronk from Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, that's
That's
fire. That's good. Oh my god, that's good.
I had
You
to,
I
are-
hated that class.
dude, speech sucked.
Yeah, I was not a fan.
I had to compare myself to like a food item, and Nick gave me a great idea. He's like, "Why don't you compare yourself to a burrito because there's a lot of layers inside of a burrito?" So it's like that's pretty genius.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
good
what
one.
a lot of people like an onion or something like that because the
A lot of
layer.
layers to the onion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
I think I did mine to like a mango, and it was like like I don't know something about the ripeness. I think I was talking about.
Oh, I have a visitor. Can I
Is
show
it
the
a
visitor on
yeah,
TV?
yeah.
On TV?
Hey,
Oh,
look who it is.
Mazatron.
Oh, look who it is.
Hi.
I closed my door and she's like, "Nah, I'm coming in."
Nah, I'm in there. I'm in
She's
there.
in. Yeah, what are you doing? Come on.
Oh,
There she is.
amazing.
Hello.
So long.
Hello.
Very
I know,
long.
she's kind of lanky.
All
All right, get the
All
fuck
right,
out of
man.
here. Get the
Keep
fuck out of
talking
here.
about the rocks. What do you know
Uh-huh.
about boats?
Mhm.
I mean, I know they float.
Ooh, great! Great call. So tell me why they float.
Okay. If Cosmo watches this episode, he's gonna absolutely flay me after we're done, right? Okay.
Talk to me.
But all right, so how at least my depth of knowledge, right? So you got the hull of a ship, right? The part that sits in the water is always kind
Mhm.
of shaped like this, right?
Mhm.
And that is filled with air. Okay.
Got it.
So air floats, right?
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
Buoyancy correlates with the air in the hull of the ship, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. So like think about it with a beach ball, right? You shove that beach ball underwater, it's gonna come out and smack you in the face,
Mhm.
right? It's the same thing with a ship, right? Except for you can't shove the ship underwater because
Uh-huh.
that's not how it works. That's my limited knowledge because of
That's
the,
all you
the
got, huh?
air in the bottom.
Got.
Well, my
Yeah. What?
my concern is like is when we were deep sea fishing, we saw a cruise ship. There, we
Uh-huh.
did some math. Don't remember how we got there, but there's 3,000 rooms that hold 4 people. So what's
Okay.
3,000 times 4? Max, quick math.
12,000.
3,000 times 12,000. Yeah.
So 12,000 people. So imagine 12,000 people plus crew members plus the weight of the ship, food, alcohol, like whatever. Okay, entertainment. And this shit still floats? Like, how is only the bottom of the ship carrying the air, keeping all this shit upright and not like tilting over?
Well, there's got to be like some finite equation, right? Like if the buoyancy is X amount, then you can load it up to X amount. Like think of like using like a not a pool noodle, but like the pool floaties that if you
Yeah.
sit in they float. Yeah, there's got to be some weight limit, right? That if you're under X amount of pounds, you will float on
Yeah.
this
But
pool
like,
noodle thing, right?
what about
Well, it's
this?
also
Side to
about the
side,
size
yeah.
of it, right? Like you have this ginormous. Those things are fucking huge. Like, have you ever seen the comparison to the Titanic of like the cruise ships these days?
Oh,
It
they're way
is
bigger.
drastically different. And so as you get more people, it has to be bigger and wider, and so it can hold those. There are literally amusement parks on
Yeah.
cruise ships now. Like they are heavy, but you have to like have the bigger platform. And I think the floating aspect has something to do with um like I can't remember what the word is, but it's like when things like the like certain things will float in water. Like vinegar has a different like composition than water, and so it floats on top of it because it has that um I can't remember the word I'm looking for, but I think a
Buoyancy?
cruise ship. Well, it's not buoyancy. It's like the weight or something like of the water. It has a different
No, but
like.
I know what you're saying. You mix oil
Like
and water, and the oil
yeah,
goes
I
to the
can't
top,
remember what
right?
it's called,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, and also to back that up, right? If we're just going off of the air, right? If the air is what makes the ship float, then how the fuck do submarines sink,
Ooh,
right?
Oh,
good.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Well,
they're filled with air.
I do
that's
know this
genius.
actually. So they have ballast tanks in a submarine that fill up with water that cause it to sink. That's why they take so long to submerge or to go to the top. What,
Mm,
So,
Mike?
so that means
uh-huh.
those things that are holding the water to pull the submarine down, right? That you just explained. That
Mhm.
means that mass of that water needs to outweigh the buoyancy of the air inside of the submarine to pull it down. So that
Mhm.
means whatever the math is from the amount of air to lift the submarine, you have to have more of that water to pull the submarine down. So, but where are you storing this water to pull the submarine down?
They're called ballast tanks. So there's on each end of the ship, there are these huge compartments because a submarine is actually quite small on the inside, and so everywhere else is filling up with water essentially. And then when they want to go up, they expel that water out, and then you also have to think that they have a motor on that as well. So you can maneuver so as it's filling up with water to sink, you're kind of angling down to make it sink faster, and so then the water can kind of catch up to the depth.
But then just imagine the weight of the water that you need to have to be
Yeah,
able to sink a submarine that is already buoyant in itself.
and
Well, there's got
that
to be an equation, right? Like,
yeah,
they have to have it figured
yeah,
out down to
yeah,
like, I want to press this button to fill the ballast X amount, and then we're gonna go down X amount,
yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly, yeah, for sure. And you have to think that thing is a literal like a chamber of compressed air, and it's surrounded by metal. Like that thing is already super heavy. And so to get that to sink probably doesn't take that much.
Would you guys hang out on a submarine?
Probably would. Yeah. Would
I'd take
you?
a trip. I don't know. I don't know. After the what was the one that went to
Oh yeah, I know
Titanic?
exactly
What
what
was
you're
Yeah.
talking
yeah?
about. I don't know.
After hearing that,
I
oh, that
wouldn't
one
go
was
that
kind of
deep.
janky.
That one went deep. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen any of the renders of like what the implosion looked like on that
Yeah.
thing? It's crazy. Oh, Mike, you're missing out. After the podcast, you got to look it up.
Hold on,
Yeah,
I'm
it
gonna
was
look it up right
called?
now. How do I search this?
I can't remember what that thing was called though.
Just the whatever went to something implosion, like submarine
Yeah.
implosion,
We
not
actually
explosion,
we talked
implosion.
about this before on the podcast.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah, we talked about it once, but I
So
can't remember what the conclusion was. But the implosion was so fast that they pretty much just died instantly. Like
Yeah,
they
they had
didn't.
no time to realize.
No.
what did the
I
submarine
want to say
implosion?
Voyager. What was the?
I think that was the space shuttle. Or
Yeah,
one.
I have Google right here too.
Yeah. All right, Max and Mike, look it up.
Jamie, pull it up. I'm watching it right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Hear that shit. I want to see it.
Well, I can't. I mean, okay, I can. Hold on. I can.
Oh yeah, you have to do that. I forgot.
But I can, but I just can't.
Oh, it was Ocean Gate. Ocean Gate
Ocean Gate.
implosion. Yeah.
Is that like Ocean Gate? Like, there's like Bald Gate or like Ball Gate or, you know.
Deflate
Yeah,
Gate?
the one. The play.
Well, no, Deflate Gate was Tom
Yeah,
Brady.
that was a
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
yeah.
that was a thing.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Are you sharing that shit, Michael?
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, I can't share. I'm doing Discord on my phone.
Yeah. Did we
why did the
ever
implosion
introduce Max
pieces
on the podcast?
inside
Anyway,
have
everyone, this is
to
Max.
withstand?
He's our buddy from college. He knows nothing
This
about what we're
is an
talking about, so
implosion
he is an
in sim-
unqualified young squire. And,
I fit the criteria for the podcast.
yeah, you do.
It's a 7-minute video. I'm not going to share a 7-minute video.
That's fine. Yeah. Well, yeah. Is there like can we get like a 30-second recap?
Because it
from
like
you?
shows like live footage of it going down, and then he explains, and then he takes like a soda can, and then he shows, and then he explains more, and I'm like, I just want to see the shit explode.
Yeah. Well, Mike, we'll break it down for you, okay?
Yeah.
So pretend this is the submarine.
Yeah.
Okay. Right here. You know what happened?
Yeah.
That's it. That's the whole thing.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I just saved you 7 minutes of time.
And it was because of the pressure on the outside that it wasn't built adequately to withstand the pressure, right?
Well, I think it was, but something went wrong. Like I think, like there was a mechanical failure and like a part.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. I do wonder what part is keeping that thing, because they have to pressurize it. So is the pressure on the inside equal to the pressure being pushed in on it? Is that how that works?
I think so. So like you have to reinforce it. Like it's a strength or a matter of strength, right? Like the pressure on the outside is so hard that you have to equal that out with the pressure on the inside. And the force, whether that was the pressure on the inside not being strong enough to withstand the pressure on the outside, it just couldn't take it, and it just
Imploded. Yeah.
yeah, like there was a weak point. Like it could have been one bolt. I don't know how it actually works, but like
Yeah, I wonder. I do wonder too. Yeah, and I mean, it's probably gonna be hard to tell like exactly what went wrong with that because you can't really go get
yeah.
it.
And I think there's actually like an onboard audio recording, and like
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
really?
a couple minutes before it actually imploded, you could hear like creaking and like, I mean, which you're gonna hear anyways when you're at that depth.
Yeah.
The pressure down there is ridiculous.
Crazy. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be so scared. I mean, if I heard
Well, they
creaking,
didn't. I don't think they knew that it was happening.
No, like they definitely heard stuff, but they didn't like, oh, we're gonna die, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the like how that works, the pressure of the water, like that science is super cool. Like you're down so deep that the weight of the water is what's causing
So
that to
crazy.
happen, which gets crazy. Yeah.
yeah.
And it's crazy that there are
Don't think
fucking
about.
animals that live at that depth or even further down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Potentially.
Titanic. The Titanic's down there, bro.
It's not lower than that though. No, that was
No.
way deeper than the Titanic.
Yeah.
They were going to see the Titanic.
No, what?
Yeah, that's what the trip was about. That's why everyone was in the submarine to go see the Titanic.
What?
Oh, wow.
Because people have gone to the Titanic. Many people dive down to the Titanic.
No.
Yeah, but this
Yes.
was they can't dive down there.
I swear I've seen videos of people swimming.
Mike,
I
Hold up.
I
Yeah,
got
right,
you.
yeah,
I got
literally.
you. Can you dive?
Just Google where the ocean, what a gate was going first.
Yeah, I can look that up on my.
Yeah, I want to see where
So
that was going.
it
Just confirm
says
that.
no, you cannot scuba dive to the Titanic. The Titanic lies
Mm.
at 12,500 feet of ice cold Atlantic Ocean. The maximum depth a human can scuba dive is 400 to 1,000 feet because of the water pressure. The increasing pressure
A
also
little deeper.
restricts blood flow and
Mm.
constricting tissues.
Yeah, you'll get the bends.
The what?
The bends.
So Ocean Gate is the company, right? I don't know what the name of the actual submarine was called, so I can't like. And because I just googled where was Ocean Gate going, and it didn't tell me anything.
Where was-
Yeah. Oh, hi, Gingy.
Hi, Ginger.
Look, can you look? Can you look? Look.
Yeah, I kicked Maisie out. I closed the door too. So,
Yeah, Ginger she was scratching at the door. I just wanted to let her in.
oh, if Maisie's scratching, I can't hear anything. I got my headphones in.
What headphones do you
Yeah.
have in?
He said
They're called
earbuds.
Status, bro. Yeah,
Status.
they're super cool. Okay, so like you guys got AirPods, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the AirPod headphone, yeah, in the AirPod headphone, it's got one speaker, right? Like one speaker is responsible for all frequencies of music, right?
Mhm.
So like speaker that makes the snare is the same speaker that makes the bass. These have three speakers, so like they have one for low frequencies, mid frequencies, and high frequencies. So the music sounds crazy.
That's sick.
At least that's what the Instagram ad said. So
You bought them off Instagram.
How much did they cost?
they retail for 250, and I got them for 170.
Oh, that's not
Yeah.
bad.
No, and they have noise canceling and all the crazy stuff. I mean, obviously, I'm talking on them right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I will say they sound way better than what I had.
Oh, really? Did you have AirPods
Yeah.
before?
I had the first gen AirPods and like
Oh,
some other
fuck.
nicer headphones, but
Oh yeah, I remember you
Yeah.
bought this on Facebook Market.
yeah, for $40, Mike went with me.
Yeah, I was with Max
Yeah.
in a parking lot.
Dude, and they worked so good until I lost the case recently, and then I
Um,
bought these, and I was like, I'm really glad I got these. They're way
Yeah,
nicer.
These are way nicer. Yeah, I just have
Yeah.
the over-ear headphones. I have the nice ones the nice over-ear ones.
I don't
Oh,
like
yeah.
those. Like, other than like shit like this, I won't wear these because I almost bought the AirPod Maxes, the ones that go over, but then like I was like, okay, now I'm gonna get off the plane and there's gonna be a fucking indent in my hair before I like go
You're
to
gonna
work.
have the headset dent, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
People have fucking dents in their head from gaming too much.
Dude, I
It's
think I have one. Too much Rocket League, bro.
too much rock.
Too much Rocket
My
League.
hair cushions it. Max doesn't know what that is.
That's why I got the hat on, bro. People will never know that I'm bald.
Bald. Oh god.
Max is
He
bald.
Bald ass. Anyways,
Yeah.
you can't dive to the Titanic.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he did. But
Okay.
where was Ocean Gate going? That's
The
what was this one?
Titanic.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No.
Well, why was that thing so? Why was it such a big story for that thing to go to the Titanic? Like that is not the first time we've
No,
gone.
well, a lot of the things that go to that Titanic are unmanned, and if you do go to the Titanic in a manned submarine, it's not a commercial submarine. Like Ocean Gate's a commercial company. Like people buy tickets to go see this, right? Or the rich people buy the tickets, and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to the Titanic, which is at a depth of 12,500 feet.
That's freaking crazy. Yeah, Mike did say that.
Oh, I didn't hear you, Mike. Sorry.
That's fucking crazy. Can you imagine fucking in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and all of a sudden your boat starts sinking? That's fucking terrifying.
12,000 feet down, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
There's
god.
a phobia or an actual name for that, like a fear of deep water. It's got a name. Yeah, I'm telling you.
That's terrifying.
It's kind of like fear of heights,
Yeah.
more or less, right? It's gotta be similar.
Opposite though.
Yeah.
It's called
the Titanic. Yeah.
thalassophobia.
Thalassophobia.
That's like fear, which is a fear of any type or amount of water.
Oh.
Oh, I'm not afraid of a glass of water, but I'm afraid of like deep water.
Yeah, if I don't want to go 12,500 feet down.
No.
Dude, did you know the Titanic sank in two big pieces, and they're about 2,000 feet apart from each other.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I did
That's
actually.
pretty wild.
Because
Yeah,
they just
they're
probably,
while they're going, they're like kind of
Yeah.
like going
They're like,
further. Yeah. That's crazy.
Wow.
So why didn't that bitch keep floating? What
They hit an
happened
iceberg, bro.
there?
The
Did the
iceberg.
air fell or
It
what?
hit something. You know how there's that big pocket of air in the bottom,
It's
right?
gone.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, when it hit the iceberg, there was a hole in that air pocket and it was filled with water. It's like the ballast on a submarine, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It sank
The
the
ballast
shit.
filled it.
Yeah, it actually just turned in. Okay, so if a boat is no longer floating, does that make it
Huh?
a submarine?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Not an intentional submarine.
No,
It's not like they made a submarine on purpose.
but by definition,
It is. I mean, what
Mm.
defines a submarine?
underwater.
Underwater
Wait.
boat? I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I've
like-
been a submarine before.
I mean, you as a vessel are a submarine when you go underwater. If you're just floating on top, you're a boat. But if
I'm a
you go
boat,
under-
and then I'm a submarine.
Do you guys know when a big ship like the Titanic sinks, there's a force that pulls so if the Titanic
force,
sank, right?
yeah.
And you were on top of the water,
Yeah.
the suction of the Titanic would pull you down under the water.
hmm
And no matter how hard you swam, you can't.
Well, yeah, because it's breaking that like water tension almost.
Yeah,
To
and the force
create that
sucking it
little
down.
vortex. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Well, because
That would be the scariest part.
imagine how heavy that thing is, and so it's bringing all that water down and continues to
Yeah.
pull
It's
it.
like a current at that point, right?
Yeah, I mean, literally,
Yeah.
yeah. Because that's how eddies are formed. I mean, in some sense, like it's spinning water that brings you down.
But-
Creates that suction.
Aren't eddies like the calmest part of the water?
No.
What's an eddy?
So like off a
It's-
river, like your river's flowing, to the side is like a section of water that's like calmer, that's like a whirlpool almost, but it's not like a huge section.
Well, if it depends on the river and how full the river is and how deep the river is. That's what Sophie got pulled down by an eddy when we went on our last river trip.
Okay, I see what
That's
you're
kind of
saying.
scary.
Yeah. Well, she didn't get pulled down. It knocked her over. But if you get
Uh-oh.
people have gotten their entire boat sucked down because the eddies are so strong.
Is that the same thing as if there's like a current over a rock and you get stuck in like the, you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so. I don't know how eddies are formed exactly. I just know it requires a lot in deep water. And like Mike was saying, yeah, they can form in kind of any amount of water, but it's typically like the more water there is and the deeper it is, the bigger the eddy will be.
So for example,
okay.
like fly fishing, like obviously we're in calmer water because we're standing in the river. Anything behind the rock is considered that eddy. So in a slower moving river, that is the calmest part of the water. So then that's where all the fish hang out and wait for the food
Yeah.
to come, right? So then that's like a
Oh.
prime spot to throw your fly for fly fishing. So like
Yeah.
I was under the assumption that was always the calmest part of the water, but I guess in faster moving water it could be more treacherous, I guess.
hmm And I mean, yeah, you're probably right because that water is essentially stopping right there. So it makes sense that the fish would sit right there because they can, because the current isn't like happening in that one spot. And so, but in a huge river that's flowing super fast, you do not want to be in that because
That's
it's going to
true.
stop your momentum.
Dude, water is a crazy force, like a nature, right? It's kind of
Right.
wild.
We've
Actually,
been
speaking of forces of nature, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Yeah, go.
Oh, well, so we're moving to Missouri, right?
Boo.
And something, oh no.
Mike, you can't say that.
You're in Texas, bro. Anyways, something I never have had to worry about before, and not that I'll have to worry about it, is tornadoes.
Mm.
Right? The city that we're moving to got hit by, I don't remember how long ago it was. Here, let me look it up. Got hit by like a really big tornado a couple years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mike and I were talking about tornadoes a couple weeks ago, and yeah, they're reckless. Like when I was living in South Dakota, it was like we were in tornado sections, and I was telling Mike about that we would have tornado sirens, and they would
Ooh.
test them all the time, and so you'd have to be like listen for the tornado sirens.
Yeah, like
Oh, dude. So let's see here. The tornado happened in 2011. It killed 158 people.
holy shit.
Injured 1,150. Had a wind speed of 200 miles per hour and caused $2.8 billion worth of damage.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Is
like
that you guys aren't moving to St. Louis, right? That's not St. Louis.
No, it's Joplin.
Oh, okay. Is it
Yeah, I
near?
thought that was more recent. It is like 2 hours north of Kansas City. I want to say.
Oh,
So
I see.
wow.
Yeah. So it's in Missouri. It's in Missouri. It's at Kansas City, Missouri, not Kansas City, Kansas, which is kind of
I
weird.
know, right? Isn't
Yeah.
that
Right.
stupid?
But
Um,
are you in Tornado Alley then?
I think we're not. I don't think we're in Tornado Alley, but I think we're close enough to Tornado Alley that it has to be like you have to be concerned about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I
I
mean,
mean, this like
oh, go ahead, sorry.
oh no, when I had a race in Tulsa earlier this year, and I went to Joplin to visit it with my dad,
Yeah.
and there were still like there were a lot of concrete pads where buildings had once been, but have
Wow.
not been rebuilt yet. And we were like, why are there so many concrete pads? And then we are like, oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Tornadoes. Yeah,
we
yeah.
right up there.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, we had a
I
tornado
wonder.
here. I was telling CB a couple weeks ago that there's like a shopping center, like a block down. Like I can see it from my apartment, and a tornado came right through here. The sirens were going off right here. I'm so scared because I have a window in my bed, and then this is my closet, or yeah, this is my closet door. And I took my mattress off my bed and I put it against my closet door and I sat in my closet. I was so scared. It ripped down two buildings, like 2 blocks down from me. Like I was shitting bricks, dude. I was so
You didn't
scared.
try to like go to a basement or anything?
I live in a second story apartment.
You should have ran outside. That would have been a cool story, though.
Terrible idea. That's to get sucked
No,
up in that bitch.
I know, dude, but like the tornado in Joplin makes housing so cheap. I'm telling you,
Mm.
it's
Oh.
crazy because no one wants to get sucked up by it.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but the place we're looking at doesn't have a basement, so like that's a little concerning, because that's kind of what you want.
But
Yeah,
you
better
can get
have
like one of
good
those
insurance.
cellars, bro, like the concrete like
Yeah,
cellars.
build one, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, the place we're looking at is right next to campus, so we could just
Go
go
to
to
campus.
campus.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Um,
isn't there they have to build their buildings different if there's tornado warnings, kind of like
I
with
think
earthquakes?
I think like bigger buildings, like if you were to like a city in Tornado Alley, like the big buildings have to
Mm.
be built differently. But the houses we're looking at, I mean, as far as I can tell from my
It's a
expert
fucking
opinion,
house.
my unqualified opinion tells me that they are the same as all the other buildings. So,
Yeah,
So
that's valid.
when are you moving?
yeah, we are out of here. Our lease is up June 1st, so that's probably when
Oh,
we're gonna leave.
fuck.
Yeah.
Look at how
Well,
much my
actually, if you guys want to, Mike, if you want to come visit, we're going to go see a concert in Denver June 1st.
Yeah, we talked about this, I
Uh,
thought.
yeah, well, we Cosmo and I like bought tickets last night. Like
Oh, you're
we're
going.
going. Yeah, I was gonna text you guys today about that, but I'm here right now, so I can just tell you guys about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it in a group chat later, but I think the ticket was like $100.
Oh, that's not bad.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to come, but I don't know because Kylie and I have to move that day
Oh
too,
yeah.
and so
What?
it'd be hard.
Yeah, fair enough. And like,
Yeah.
so as Ellie and I had talked about it, like if we can make it work, awesome. Like we bought tickets, so we're planning to go. But if something comes up and we like have some other thing we have to do to move, then we won't go. But
Mhm.
it would be so it's 14 hours from Grand Junction to Joplin, right?
Hmm.
So if we drove the 4 hours to Denver, we could definitely do that last 10 hours in one
Easy.
day.
Yeah,
Like it
easy.
wouldn't be that bad.
You can do 14 hours in one day. It ain't nothing but a
Yeah,
day.
well, I mean, I'm gonna be driving a U-Haul. Ellie's gonna be driving her car, and we're gonna have the dog. So like,
Dang.
we could do
Yeah.
14 hours in one day, but it would just be,
Suck.
Wait,
yeah.
what about the Stee?
I'm selling that piece of shit, dude.
What?
Oh, dude, I haven't had it for 6 weeks.
Yeah. Did you get
I
it
haven't
fixed finally?
sold it yet. No, it's not fixed. They told me it'd be done at the end of this week, and I never heard from him. It might get broke. The shit done broke it.
How did it
It
break?
done broke
Why is your shit always broken?
Because I buy shit that looks cool on the surface, and then I drive it too hard, and then it's broken.
But like you did so much work to it.
To make it, yeah. It's. I mean, I expected it, but
Yeah.
it's got 180,000 miles on it.
Ooh. When's
Yeah.
it? So, what are you driving now?
Well, I'm not. I'm driving the motorcycle around.
Oh, it's
You
Oh,
again?
did I not tell you that story? Okay.
Oh, you told me that you got the
Yeah. Okay, so Mike.
Mhm.
Okay, this is like 7 weeks ago, like almost 2 months ago, right?
Yeah,
I went to a car wash in the STI, right?
Mhm.
Went to City Market afterward. Was coming home, and I was coming up to a stoplight, and the car just like died. Like the electronics stayed on, but the engine shut off, and it went into like a limp mode.
Mm-hmm.
So we pushed it back to our house, which is fine.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I could
whatever,
see
right?
Max
And
just
it's
pushing his car.
yeah, dude. Well, and so I don't know if you ever met our neighbors here, but we have a family that has I don't know how old they are. They're 10 years old, but they have two little kids. One girl's name is Alice, and she was like outside playing, and we had Alice hop in and fucking steer the car while pushed it back. Um, and then so I was like, fuck, I don't have a car, but I have to get to work on Monday. I have the motorcycle, which doesn't run. So we spent like probably like a total of like 12 hours like getting the motorcycle ready to run. Um, in Montana, we do permanent registration, so I've never paid to renew my registration on my car.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were fixing the motorcycle, I forgot that I had to have it registered. So I'm riding home from City Market, and I get pulled over. Um, and like so, I pull over. It was the sheriff, right? The sheriff comes over.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Hey, so I pulled you over because your license plate is mounted in the wrong spot because I had it mounted on the side, right?
Yeah.
And your registration is expired." And I was like, "Oh shit!" I honestly did not even. It didn't cross my mind to re-register it.
Right.
Um, so he's like, "All right, license and registration." I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Well, it's not registered as you know, right?
Yeah.
And I don't have a license." And he's like,
Where's your driver's license?
"I
You
have a
didn't even
driver's
need a
license. I don't
motorcycle.
have a motorcycle license."
Oh shit.
Yeah. And he's like, "Well, why?" So I told him I don't have a license. He's like, "Why are you driving it?" And I was like, "Well, like my car broke down and I have to get back and forth to work." Right? Like I was like, man, I took a class, I did the whole thing. I just never actually got the license.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at me and he goes, "You ever heard of Lime? You ever heard of Uber?" And I was like, "That's how this is gonna go." So long story
Oh.
short, I got a ticket for not having a license. Well, I just got a ticket for it being unregistered. He let me go without charging me for not having a license.
So now what are you gonna do?
Well, so this was like 6 weeks ago. Now I re-registered the bike, right? I got it registered and I went and took my permit test. So I'm supposed to ride with someone else, right? Like so if Cosmo was on his motorcycle, I could ride on mine with him.
Okay.
Um, I'm not supposed to ride by myself, so it's a little less illegal, but it's still illegal. I know.
Max. Max,
I've just been
listen.
waiting for my yeah, dude, it's awful, bro. But I don't want to ride my bike to work.
No,
I
no,
did
no, no,
that for
no.
forever. Yeah, I'm listening. Tell me.
I'm just saying, like, your whole situation, like, you're handling it great. Proud of you. I'm just saying.
Fuck,
why,
dude.
why is your shit either broken, you're getting pulled over? Like, every time I talk to you.
Yeah, I'm drawn to shitty stuff, man. I don't know what it is.
No, you're drawn to stuff that looks really cool,
Yeah.
but is
Uh-huh.
shitty.
Yeah, whoever the owner who had it before me definitely was like the last guy that owned it in the smart way, whether that was Colin with the motorcycle or whoever owned the Subaru, right? They had a good time with it, and now I'm like the hand-me-down guy that's just getting all
Yeah.
the issues.
Yeah.
So
All the issues. That's so
it is what it
funny.
is. I'm selling both of them before I move. So
Yeah.
So then,
Nice
are you gonna
looking for
buy?
a good price.
You gonna buy a new car?
yeah, we're gonna. I mean, whatever happens, happens. If I get a car before we move, awesome. If I don't get it till we move, that's fine too. But I will be getting a new car in the next 6 months,
What do
three
you
months.
What do you want?
Probably a Golf.
You think you can afford a golf even with the if you can't? Well, how much do you think you can get for the Stee?
If if it
Fair,
runs,
fair.
if it runs like
Right.
10K, if it
Okay.
runs like 10K. And then my credit is good enough that I can probably pull out like a 5-year loan. So I could pull out like $10,000 with a loan. Whatever car I buy, it's gonna be like two owner, low mileage. Like I'm talking like between 30 and 50,000 miles, like
Yeah.
something that will last long enough. So I don't mind doing a big loan on it. It will be stock. It will not come with any performance
Zach will
altering
do the mods.
modifications.
Zach will do the mods.
I'm gonna be the one to do it. So if I do fuck it up, it's on me, not who owned it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've been like shopping, but I really don't know what my price range is until I sell the Subaru. So
Hmm.
yeah, we'll
Is
see.
your dad gonna come help you move then? Is that how you're gonna do the U-Haul?
Well, no, I'm gonna get one of the truck trailer U-Hauls, like
Oh, you're not gonna
the big boy. Yeah,
you're
because
gonna drive
we're
that thing?
taking a lot of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess that's
like
fair.
Yeah.
we're taking desk, dressers, bed. Like, do we have like 10 bikes between the two of us to bring?
Oh shit! I
Yeah,
forgot.
yeah. Like we're gonna move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's reckless.
Like
That's
you know how it is with one person. Like you have a lot of stuff, right? Now we
two
have
people.
two people and a dog.
I mean, like for me, when I moved down here to Texas, like I fit. I didn't have any furniture from college because we either gave that shit away, sold it, like
Oh
broke it,
yeah.
like whatever we did with it. But then like all my room stuff, all the stuff I had in Denver. So everything I had fit in a 5x8 U-Haul. I mean, it was filled though for like,
Oh
right? So
yeah.
then I put a hitch on my car and I drove my car down here to Texas. I drove the 12 hours straight through, but I didn't realize how shitty it is not having cruise control. So I
Oh
drove
yeah.
12 hours with a U-Haul behind me with no cruise control, dude. It was brutal. Like you can't relax because you're constant like it sucks,
Well, you
dude.
have the trailer and the no cruise control.
It sucked. So I couldn't go over 75 because then the trailer started like doing this. And I was like, oh my God. So I hit like 78 at one point and it like did like a jump. And I was like, oh God, I gotta slow down. Yeah, it was crazy.
Michael, no.
That's gonna be one of the features my new car needs to
Yeah.
have is cruise control. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not gonna be so loud on the fucking highway, hopefully.
You know, I could just put headphones in. I didn't mind that too much. It was only a pain in the ass when other people were in the car.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I just remember going to fucking Palisade with you one time and just flying
Oh,
on the highway.
dude.
Like 110, 15, 20, something like that the entire way.
We averaged like 115.
That's
Crazy.
crazy.
Yeah,
Well, then, like, we're
dude.
coming back from Vegas, and Max is over there, like,
Oh,
limp dick his car. He's like, dude, I can't go over 65 or whatever it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could have just got really fucking loud. Which, like, by itself isn't bad, but with the hangover from being in Vegas, like
Yeah.
that was rough.
That was a
So,
fun night though. That was hashtag
yeah,
worth
it was worth it. It was worth it.
Worth
I would do
it.
it again.
Damn, we just met, whatever her name is, Alita,
Alita.
Alita,
and,
yeah.
like, all of her friends, and then we go to that club.
Place that shall not be named over the podcast.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
That was a
yeah, dude,
fun...
they don't do that race anymore.
What?
Oh really? Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, all the BMXers caused too much of an issue, so
Wow.
they decided that because everyone got rowdy. And were you guys? We were together when the dad got taken out by security, right? Like we were eating or something, or was it with my parents?
I was not...
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah,
you were
yeah,
there.
I was... Yeah, the guy was running around the casino, and he got, like,
Yeah.
tackled. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember that. Oh,
Yeah.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
That happened like multiple times every time we had a race there because all these BMX parents would just get fucking wild, or not even wild. They would just get disorderly.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
drunk
you
and
get
disorderly.
free drinks when you're gambling, so it's like you can sit there, put $10 in, and play like the penny slots, and like thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
keep it coming, keep it coming.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys seen all this online gambling stuff that's going on?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's crazy. Yeah.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you don't have Instagram,
Yeah.
besides the podcast, but a lot of my reels are like, for every 10 followers I have, I'm gonna bet $1. And people are doing like $30,000 bets, $100,000 bets just day after day after
Right.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Like there's this
Anything for content.
what that one game, Max. I've seen it all over the place. It's like a
On
triangle.
Stake.
No.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Well, the website is called Stake. Yeah.
Oh, well, see, it's a triangle and it's a bunch of dots, right? Like the pinball, like you drop a ball and it like goes back and forth. And every time you hit the thing, you can set a dollar amount. So people do $1, $10, and people are clicking this button. And then the bottom is like, or like the middle is like 0.1 times the amount you bet. So you get like your money back, right? But then the end is times like 3,000. So if I bet 1,000 times 3,000, right? So people are clicking this button to hopefully it goes to the edges of this pyramid. I'm like, people are just wasting cash, dude. And I'm like, this
Dude,
is
if they're hitting the space bar to drop them, it's like,
literally. That's all. They're just clicking it, and hopefully shit hits the ends. Yeah.
it's
That's
crazy. Yeah.
Waste. Oh my God.
I know. It wasn't online gambling illegal for a while.
Yeah. Well,
It had to have been. The government's making so much money off that shit, though.
because Poker Stars started with like the first like online gambling thing in early 2000s, because my dad used to play it some, and then the poker stars like, okay, you can't bet real money anymore. You can only bet fake money. And now all this shit's coming out after COVID of like, oh, bet here, crypto here, invest here. You know, it's like, I don't know.
I almost bet on the Formula One race today.
You should have.
I got FanDuel and was thinking about it.
I lost.
But I don't have very much money. So
I don't Max
Yeah.
Verstappen.
Yeah.
no, that's his odds are he's got the under. Is that what it is? Right.
The
If
under is the better.
Oh, well, he's got the over. So if you bet on him,
Or
you
sorry.
would lose money.
Yeah, the over is the worst because you're over
Yeah.
a zero basically.
Yeah. If you bet $10 on him and he won, you get like $1.40 in return.
Mhm.
So
I mean,
He'd
yeah.
be so fucking good. Yeah, you gotta bet on like the last
He's-
guy.
that's what I'm saying.
I made this bet during Christmas, all the football, because you can't online bet in Texas unless you have like a VPN and all that bullshit. So when I was in Denver for Christmas, all the football games were on, and I made this like parlay bet, and I bet $30, and if I won, the cash out is $4,000, and I was like, I'm about to win $4,000, dude. But it was like Christian McCaffrey 2 touchdowns, this, that, and it was like 10 different things, and I'm like, I'm gonna win, and only I think 2 of them hit out of like the 10 that I did, and I'm like, oh, there goes $30 down the drain, you know.
Well, wait, so if you have a parlay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to hit every single leg of that parlay to win any money?
Yep. So
Okay.
like if you do like a 10 leg parlay, then and I hit 9 of them and my cash out was $20,000, you lose what you
don't
bet.
get it.
You got to hit
Yeah.
the 10th.
Because I almost made a 3-leg one today, and if I like, it was a pretty small one. I think I had put $10 in and we get like 150 out. But
Yeah.
if I would have placed a bet, I would have got it because my predictions were right. So I didn't want to put the $10 in, so I lost out on 150.
I know. I lose a lot of money sports betting when I'm back in Denver because it's so easy, and you're like, I could win $10,000 right now, but I will lose $75. Yeah.
God, that's crazy. They're just fucking clicking the space bar.
Yeah.
Dude, just dropping shit in.
It's kind of like, it's funny to watch because people put like $10,000 in, hit this shit, they'll lose $8,000, and then they'll get all pissed off, and then I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I guess Instagram only shows you the highlights and the lowlights, right? They don't show you what it's actually like where you're just losing money the whole time.
Literally, people are just like,
Yeah.
I saw this one girl at the casino when I was in Vegas last. After we all went together, I was sitting with my grandpa and I put $20 in this slot machine. And there's this girl. I saw her put $200 in. She wasted the $200. I'm like, that sucks. Then she put her purse down, looked at my grandpa and said, hold this seat for me. I'm about to hit. And my grandpa's like, oh, okay, like whatever. She comes back with 1,000, right? Puts 1,000 in, cranks out 1,000. She goes, I'll be right back. Goes out, pulls more cash. And I'm like, you're stupid.
That's
Well,
a gambling addiction right there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm like that. You're just like, you lost $1,200 in the span of 10 minutes. Well,
Hey,
I'm
if
still
you
playing my
keep
same
going,
$20.
You will win. If you only lose if you stop. At some point, you will.
At some point, I will hit the jackpot.
Yeah, it's odds, and if you play long enough, you'll hit those odds.
The longer you play, the better your odds. And actually, that's not necessarily true because the odds are like, it's rigged, right? Like you.
Yeah, the casino always wins,
in your
but
favor. Yeah.
Always.
I mean, if you go indefinitely at some point,
Yeah,
you have to
you'll-
win.
you'll win,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you'll win something. Maybe not the
you
jackpot.
might not. Yeah, you'll win something.
I think that if
I don't think. Yeah,
you put like 1,000, or say you're Elon Musk, right? And you put $1 million in the slot machine, and now you do like the $10 spin, whatever. I think that if you sit there, click there until you run out of that $1 million, I think you're hitting the jackpot before you run out of the $1 million.
Maybe.
I could see it, but I feel like with $10 hands, is that what you call them, hands?
Sure.
The jackpot isn't that big. Yeah.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, you hit like the one,
you will
2,
win.
3.
Yeah, you have to.
You'll definitely, you'll win something. I remember I watched Mike's mom hit on, or she won like $1,000 one time.
We're in fucking Blackhawk, dude, and we're over there and I had like $60 I'm playing around with, and my mom's like, I'm gonna put $10 in this machine. She hits it once, she goes $1,000, and I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for years and I've never made $1,000.
But I'm like, my mom is the literal luckiest person ever. We went to the State Fair of Texas here, and we were at Ford, and you spin this wheel, and there's only like a sliver of the pie that you win something. My mom's like, I want to try it. I want to try it. I'm like, sure, whatever. She spins it once. She hits the thing and she wins whatever the fucking prize. I'm like, she's always winning shit off luck.
Fair enough, man.
Love it. Love it. All right. Well, it feels like we're getting a little derailed. So why don't we let's call it there? Or if we could do a little bit of trivia, we may need to do a little trivia.
Max, how
Ooh.
much of The Office do you remember?
How much have you lost? Oh yeah.
Oh fuck. Can I have like a medium difficulty trivia? I would say I know more than average, but not as
All
much
right.
as.
Okay. We asked the same question to Nick. Name every person in the office.
Can I have a number of people?
13, I think it is.
13.
Are you
Okay.
sure?
Nope.
Just go and we'll tell you if you're missing one.
Okay. Let's start. Do I have to name both receptionists? Or sorry, never mind. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Aaron is a receptionist, right? In accounting, you have Angela, Kevin, Oscar, right? In sales, you have Pam. I'm counting Pam as a salesperson. You have Pam, Dwight, Jim. All right, and then not the other. Okay, the other sales desk is Andy. Fuck.
You got it.
I can picture their faces, but I can't remember their names off the top of my head.
I'll give you a hint. One of them's Phyllis.
Yeah, Phyllis. I like can picture her face and the old black guy that sits right across from her. I can't remember his fucking name right now.
Starts with an S.
With an S, Stanley.
Stanley.
And then you have Meredith, Creed.
Mhm.
Those are the only two on that side. Okay, you can't forget Michael in the office, right? You go back past the annex, you have Kelly, Toby, and Ryan.
You're missing one.
One. What side of the
In the
office are you on?
annex.
No, well,
the annex?
then two.
Oh,
In the annex? Oh, I guess Gabe. Are we counting Gabe?
Gabe. I count Gabe.
Now you're missing
Okay,
one.
Gabe. Is that also in the annex?
No.
I don't know who you're talking about then.
I mean, you have the different bosses. Will Ferrell, I don't remember his name.
No, I'm not.
in the
It's.
show.
I'll just say it's
Oh.
not a boss.
Not a boss. What position do they work?
They're in sales.
They're in sales.
Oh, I see where you're at. This you probably don't know it, honestly.
Oh no! That's one of the main characters.
The
What?
main characters.
There's 6 sales-based people.
You missed Dwight.
He said
Oh,
it.
did I not say Dwight?
He said Dwight.
Did he? I didn't
Oh.
hear
Yeah,
Dwight.
he said Dwight and
Yeah,
Jim.
I don't remember if I said it or not.
I think he said
Yeah.
it. I'm pretty sure.
Honestly, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
pretty good.
That was
pretty
good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I can't remember. I couldn't remember Phyllis and Stanley's name for a minute.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Those
could
are
picture them. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Mike, did you get that off the bat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
That's
You
like
still watch it right now?
every
That's
day.
still your show?
every day.
Hell yeah.
I
Hell yeah.
mean, that's like background music. My background music. That's my going to sleep TV show. Like
Yeah.
mhm.
How many times do you think you've watched it?
Hundreds.
Yeah, dude.
100? All right,
No.
fair enough.
Maybe not 100, but that's we watched it.
Gotta be at least 50. Yeah,
We
we
would
said during
when we
COVID.
were in the apartment, we would literally put it on and we'd end it and we'd start it over at season 2.
Always skip
Every time.
season 1.
No season 1, no Mike's Tots.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah.
what was the other episode you always skipped? There's 2, wasn't there?
I can't remember. Always, skip Scott's Tots, never season
Scott's
1.
I feel like there was one more episode that you didn't watch. Maybe it was just Scott's Tots.
Like you didn't watch the last episode.
Oh,
Or Michael's last episode.
what is that one when they're Dwight and Michael are fighting jujitsu and where Jim picks up Pam? Oh, cringiest moment I think in that TV show.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. All
Fucking-
right, we got to think of another question for him.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm trying to think like simplistic, like
Yeah, I know. Where does Jim propose to Pam?
Gas station.
that's
Gas
good.
station?
That's
you
good.
know the exit.
Ooh.
No.
Ooh.
He's-
I don't know if I
the
do.
exit.
I think it's like 163 or something like that.
I thought it was like 14.
I was gonna say 36, so
We're all over the place.
I feel like we're all wrong. Yeah, but you are right with the gas station. What was the weather like?
it was raining.
That's right.
That's too easy.
Yeah. Where does Michael propose to? How does Michael propose to Holly?
Ooh, that's a
Candles in the office.
Yep.
okay.
Yep. Nice.
Okay.
good. You know a lot. You know quite a bit.
So
Honestly, the cast question was harder.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I got a more detailed one. So
Uh-huh.
when Michael and Holly sleep in the office, like have sex in the office for the first time,
Uh-huh.
the office gets broken into, a bunch of shit gets stolen.
Oh yeah, I know this.
What do they steal from Oscar?
Ooh, I don't know.
This is tough one. It's his laptop.
It's his laptop.
Really?
Yep.
What's the Saber Boss lady's name?
Joe.
Joe.
Joe. Do they ever say the names of Joe's dogs?
Ooh.
Well,
That'd be a good one.
there's two sets of dogs. She has the Dobermans or something, the big dogs, and then
Big
they like
dogs.
a good crotch. And then she has the brother dogs who are like they like to hump each other. And she says no one told them that they're brothers. And she's like,
It's
don't let
the crotch sniffers. Yeah.
The
I don't know
crotch-
if they ever say their names.
I don't know. Okay,
That'd be a good
how
one.
does D'Angelo get his job?
How does D'Angelo get his job?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it related to Michael somehow? Oh, I don't know.
Joe.
Related to Joe? Yeah, I don't know.
He
Oh wait,
saved
because
the
doesn't.
dog.
Oh.
Yeah.
He what?
Says, give me that dog. You didn't know that,
It-
Michael?
Say that again.
He saves Joe's dog from getting stolen. Well, at least that's what he tells Andy. That's why they go to the animal shelter when he's going on the sale with Andy.
Oh, see, I missed that, I guess.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Is D'Angelo Dwight's replacement after Dwight shoots a hole in the floor, or is that
That's,
That's Michael's
That Idris
replacement.
Elba?
That's D'Angelo is
Michael's
what's the actor name?
Will Ferrell.
Will
Will
Ferrell.
Ferrell? Yeah.
That's Michael's replacement after Michael leaves season 7, but
Oh.
Dwight shoots the hole in the floor as acting manager before they hire D'Angelo, which is Will
okay.
Ferrell. Yeah, because Dwight
Yeah.
didn't want to put a banana in his holster, so he puts his gun and then shoots a hole, whatever. And Andy's bitching because he blew out his eardrum.
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking
That's
of
true.
Idris Elba, you guys remember when we used to watch Pacific Rim all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
fire,
dude. Dude, that movie has become more and more popular over the last couple of years. We were ahead of that wave. I just want to congratulate you two on being movie critics. You know,
I want to
and
congratulate
realizing
you.
how good of a
You were
film.
there. I just
That's
remember Jaeger when we were watching the second one would not shut up.
Yeah, well, the second one sucked anyway, so
I know, that's bad.
the second one was awful.
I was like,
Yeah.
Jaeger, shut the fuck up, dude.
Dude,
I know, it was
I wonder
so
what
funny.
he's doing now. I think he's home.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Europe land, yeah.
Have you guys seen Dune 2?
No, I haven't yet.
I might go tonight.
Fire, dude, fire.
Is it good?
Yeah, Ellie. Yeah,
Have you seen the first
I
one?
heard it's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's good.
I heard
It's
the
long.
second one was better than the first one.
Depends
I
on
want
how
to read the books. Can't believe I said
Yeah.
that, but I want
Dude,
to
they're
read the book.
fucking dense. I'm trying to read the first one right now. So hard. I have it.
I'm just not a reader, bro.
Me neither.
Yeah, it's hard, dude. And
Nah,
yeah,
I
it
like playing
takes
video
you
games.
a long time. I feel that, dude. I was grinding
Yeah.
Rocket League today.
Really, I've been playing Rocket League on the Xbox upstairs with Cosmo,
Oh, really?
and it's so much more fun than playing.
Oh, really? I thought he had PS5.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, PS5.
Oh, I see.
But because I don't feel like I have to be as competitive up there. Like I can just actually play for fun. I've been playing a lot of The Sim again recently.
Oh, really? Nice.
Mike, what are you playing right now?
Madden always.
And always. Do you have Helldivers?
I heard it's good, dude. I've seen a lot of people been playing it.
What is it?
Fire.
Helldivers?
Helldivers?
Hellbinders?
Divers.
Helldivers.
Yeah. 2.
Yeah, the second one
What is happening?
that's an effect on FaceTime that you can so when you either do this, it does on my work computer, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this.
What? It's not FaceTime though. It's
You
just
can
on
do
Discord.
this. But his camera,
Oh.
it's his phone camera. That no.
Oh.
Imagine it just
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Max. We'll
Yeah,
call
thanks
it
for having me,
there.
guys.
And this is
Yeah.
a good podcast. So like and subscribe. Don't forget to reach out. Go follow Big Mike Angles and Max. Feel free to shout out your BMX channel if you want.
419 Fitness, baby. Be there.
Be there.
Also, I bought stickers for Big Mike Anglers, so hit me up on Instagram if you want one.
I'll be there.
All right, deuces.
Deuces.